What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a comparison video between two PlayStation Vita game systems. Now, the PlayStation Vita was released in 2012. It went on for years, but it could have went on for a little bit longer. The PlayStation Portable, the PSP, actually had 3 models. These Vitas only have 2 models. You have the 1000 and the 2000, or 1000 and 2001. And basically, we're going to talk all about these and we're going to compare them. But the PSP did have 3 models. There was a 1000, 2000, and 3000. These Vitas, they only made a 1000 and a 2000, which is kind of sad. But really quick, we're going to compare both of these systems. As you can see, this one is the 1000. I don't know if you can read that. There we go. It's a 1000. This is a Japanese model, so I believe the American 1000s will be called 1001. But this is a Japanese model, and this, I believe, is a Japanese model as well. It is a 2000. So I believe the American versions of these will be called 2001. But yeah, you can see right there it says 2000. We're going to compare the differences between these systems. We're going to talk all about them. These are two very cool systems, and a lot of people don't know or haven't really got to use one of these systems to even know if they're good. But there are so many good games for these systems, guys, and we're going to talk all about them right now. So before we start this video, do not forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And yeah, so let's start out, guys, by talking about my 1000, Japanese model 1000. This is a very cool system. It is definitely way, it's not as thin. It's way thicker than the 2000. It's definitely a different type of design. Even though they kind of have similar designs, they do have somewhat of the same shape as well. They are both very different, but also kind of similar. So if you guys look at both of these models, you can see that both of them do have the touchscreen on the back, the touchpad on the back. One of them, the 2000, has bigger hand areas, and the 1000 has a really small hand area, probably because it's a thicker system. But that is a really big difference right off the bat, is that the 2000 does have a really big area to hold your fingers when you're playing, and the 1000 has a much smaller area. These are not rubber on the 1000, whereas the 2000 has, it feels like it's like some sort of rubber. It's not like really soft rubber. Could be because these systems are not brand new, but it definitely has a rubber type of feeling to them, where this is just a hard plastic. Now, as you can see, this is a red 1000 Japanese model. It looks really cool. So that is one big difference, is that basically the 1000 has smaller area to hold your fingers on the back. A 2000 has a slightly bigger area. That is one really big difference. Another big difference is the charging port. On the 2000, it is just a USB. I believe this is a micro USB. You could find these everywhere. A lot of phones have this charger, and a lot of phones are changing from this charger, but there are a lot of Android phones that use this charger still. So a lot of people do have this charger, whereas the charger for the 1000 is a proprietary charger. This is a charger port that you can't just find anywhere. You can't just find an old phone charger and use it. You have to buy a 1000 PSP charger to use this, to charge this system. So that is a downfall with the system, is that you have to have this one charger for this system, and you cannot charge anything else with it. So you're bringing a bunch of chargers. If you go on a road trip, you're going to bring your phone charger. You're going to bring whatever other chargers you bring for your speakers or whatever, and you're going to have to bring a Vita charger as well. Or you would just use all of your chargers for your phone and your speakers and all of that. But this Vita has its own charger, so you have to get a Vita 1000 charger for this 1000. So that is one downfall, is that it has its own charger, whereas the 2000 uses a USB charger, and everyone has a USB charger. So that is a really big difference between the systems. Another really big difference is the home button. As you can see right here, the home button on the 2000 is just a circle, whereas the 1000 PS Vita, it's a oval, so it's a little different. It does light up right here. So this button lights up on the 1000. This button I don't think lights up on this one, but it does actually. It has a little light right here. One of these lights up when it's on, and one of them lights up when it's saving. So I don't think the actual home button lights up. I think the lights up here light up instead. And that's another really big difference. But the biggest difference between these systems have to be the screen. The screen on the 1000 is an OLED screen. The colors look amazing. This is a very cool screen. It's definitely high quality. I don't think it's rated to last as long as an LCD screen. This 2000 does have an LCD screen. The screen looks great on the 2000. It really does. It looks like pretty much a regular phone screen, an LCD phone screen. It's a good screen. But when you have them side by side, you can really tell a difference. If they're not side by side, you can't tell too much of a difference. But I do really like the OLED screen in the 1000. It's crazy because the new systems are barely coming out with OLED. The Switch is barely coming out with an OLED screen, where this PS Vita had it in 2012, guys. 2012, this Vita actually had an OLED screen, and it is really good. So the 1000 does have an OLED. The 2000 has an LCD screen. So that is a really big difference. Another big difference, like I said before, is how big these systems are. The 1000 is pretty big. As you can see, it's pretty thick, and it's definitely really good build quality. It just feels really good quality. It's heavier too. So it is heavier and bigger. Now, if you look at the 2000, it is much lighter. Well, I would say it's probably 25% lighter, maybe 15, 10% lighter. It is way thinner too, and it's not as blocky. It's more round. If you look at the sides, it fits to your hand a little bit better. It's just rounder. It doesn't feel as sharp. It feels really good. It feels really light, and it's a nice system. It's definitely a difference, and it's all about what you like. If you want a high quality, more substantial system, then this one would be for you, because it does feel really good quality. I like how this one looks, and it just feels really heavy and quality. Not really heavy, but it does feel heavier. This one just feels lighter. It feels more rounded in your hands, and it is definitely thinner. So another really big difference would have to be the sizes, and there's a pretty good size difference between these systems. Now, another difference between these systems is this one came out with a battery that was pretty good quality. It's a pretty good size. It does last me for hours of gameplay. I did replace the battery, but the battery that was in here did last hours as well. So this was a really good battery to begin with. But when the 2000 came out, it came out with a better battery. This one has a better battery than this one. It does have a battery that is a little bit larger. If you look at the actual battery replacements on eBay or Amazon, this one does have a bigger battery than this one. So the battery life should be much better. Even with a used older system, you should have better battery life with the 2000 versus the 1000. I did change mine out because of that. I didn't want to try to fit one of these 2000 batteries into the 1000 because they are in a different spot inside of it. It would just be a pain, I think, to try to switch them, but I did get a new battery for the 1000. Also, I did replace this joystick just to make sure I had a brand new joystick right here, because this is a joystick that you're going to use a lot when you're running and stuff. So I did change this one out, and I did also change out my triggers. And yeah, so I changed out my triggers, my joystick, and my battery in here just for fun. I don't know why I did it. I guess just to make it last longer, make sure this system lasts as long as possible. But that is another thing that I did to this, and I haven't changed anything on this one or basically upgraded anything on this one. Now, one of the last big differences we're going to talk about is storage space, internal storage. Both of these you can put a memory card in. You can basically buy a Sony Vita memory card and put them into either one of these, and they do take the same memory cards. But the big difference is that this one does not come with memory if you don't have a memory card. So if you buy a Vita off of eBay or somewhere at a yard sale or something, if you're lucky enough to find one, and you don't have a memory card, you cannot save any games. You can't do anything other than play, but you won't be able to save anything. So that is a really big difference, is that this does not come with internal storage. This one comes with internal storage. I believe Sony basically made, because I think this one comes with a lot more storage internally, but you cannot use it. So I think Sony just made that internal storage usable for this one, so you can actually use a gig from the factory in this 2000. You basically can just buy it, not have a memory card, and you can use this without using a memory card because it already has a gig of memory inside of the system. This one does not come with any memory inside the system. You can only save if you have a SD card or a Sony memory card, but with this one, you already have internal storage. So that's really cool. That's a really big difference. The battery life and the storage have to be some of the biggest differences, other than the screen as well. But yeah, having internal storage in this one, guys, you don't even have to have a memory card. You can just use a gig of storage built into here, which is really cool. So that is a really, really big difference. That's probably something that they should have included in the 1000, but that is a really big difference. So really quick to go over it, guys. This one has a bigger battery. This one has a smaller battery, but both of the batteries are really good still. This one has an LCD screen. This one has an OLED screen. This one is much thinner and lighter. This one is thicker and a little heavier, but it has slightly better build quality. It just feels really quality. It doesn't feel thin or like you can bend it or anything. This one, you can't bend it either, but it just feels really light, like almost like it's somewhat hollow. Yeah, that's basically the biggest differences, is the screens, the batteries, the internal storage, and the size. Otherwise, these play the exact same games. You can use the storage cards on both of these. They use the same storage cards, the same games, but they use different chargers as well, which is another big change. So yeah, if I were to pick any one of these, I would pick the 1000. It does have a better screen, but everything else seems better about this. So the positives would have to be this has a better screen and it has a slightly better build quality, whereas the 2000 has better storage, better battery, and if you want a thinner, lighter one, this one is the one to go with. But I like both of them. Both of them are awesome. This is a really fun video just to do because I love all of the Vitas, guys. All of the PlayStation Vitas are awesome. I probably will buy some more in the future. I do want to get the blue one. I would like to get a black one as well. And I will be doing a video of a comparison between the PS Vita and the PSP, because I do have a PSP as well, guys, and I will be getting another one very soon. So look out for that video, guys. If you guys aren't already, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. Here's the a look at the backs really quick again. They're not really too much in difference. The differences are very minor. You have to see them side by side to really see a difference. And let me know if I missed anything, guys. I know I do know a lot about these, but I don't know everything. I do know a lot of the bigger differences, but I don't know if there's really any smaller differences in specs or in the tech in these. Maybe the screen is better in the 2000, or not the screen, but the cameras. I don't know. The cameras might be the same. They might be better in the 2000. I'm not sure. So let me know in the comments below if you guys know, guys. But that was a comparison of the 1000 and the 2000. Very cool systems, and they are definitely something that you want to look into. If you haven't bought one already or used one, you should definitely look into buying one of these. They're very cool. And I have very, very good battery life in the 1000, even though it is a smaller battery. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.